How's it going? Dave here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you 5 really awesome neo-soul and R&B style voicings for guitar. So let's not waste any time and get straight into the video. So the first voicing is going to be a major 7 voicing, but it's not any old major 7 voicing. This is a really cool voicing. This is a drop 2 voicing with a major 3rd in the bass. So if you don't know what drop voicings are, I've done a whole series on drop voicings, which I'll link in the description. You don't need to know what drop voicings are to reap the benefits of this chord. So we're going to find the 3rd of the C major chord, which is E, and we need to find that on the D string. So that is the 14th fret of the D string. Then we're going to play the 16th fret of the G string, 13th fret of the B string, and the 15th fret of the high E string. And we get a really nice sounding C major 7 chord with the 3rd in the bass. Okay, so the intervals actually are 3rd, 7th, the root is on the B string, and the 5th is on the highest string. And the reason I really like this chord is because there's a semitone difference between that 7th and the root note, and it creates an interesting tension in the chord. Now, if you want to play this with the bass on the A string, you can do just that by playing 7 on the A string, 9 on the D string, 5 on the G string, and 8 on the B string. And you can do the same thing on the low E string as well. We're going to be playing 12 on the low E string, we're going to be playing 14 on the A string, 10 on the D string, and 12 on the G string. So there's our first voicing. With all of these voicings, I'm going to use them all together in an example right at the end of the video, so stick around for that so you can hear how they work in a practical context. The second voicing I'm going to show you is a dominant 7 voicing, and this dominant 7 voicing is the same as the first voicing I showed you. It's a drop 2 voicing with the 3rd in the bass. So we're going to be playing a C dominant 7 here. The 3rd is an E, so we're going to find E on the D string, which in this case we're going to play on the 2nd fret of the D string, and we're going to be playing 2 on the D, 3 on the G, 1 on the B, my finger wasn't on the B string there, and 3rd fret on the high E string. Then if you want to play the chord with the bass on the A string, you can play 7 on the A string, 8 on the D string, 5 on the G string, it's a bit of a stretch there, and 8 on the B string. And also if you want to play with the bass on the low E string, we're going to play 12 on the low E, 13 on the A, 10 on the D, and 12 on the G. Very nice sounding voicing there. Definitely use that for your dominant 7 chords. The next voicing is a minor 7 chord, and this is a drop 2 and 4 voicing. Again, if you don't know what drop 2 and 4 voicing means, you don't need to know what it means to take advantage of this chord, but definitely it's worth knowing what they are so you can learn even more voicings and have more chord vocabulary and be able to express yourself more. But what we're doing is we're taking the 5th of the chord now, and that's going to be in the bass. I've only got a bass on the 5th string and a bass on the 6th string shape for you because the chord shape covers 5 strings. So the 5th is in the bass here, so for a C minor 7 chord, we've got to find the 5th, which is G, and on the 5th string, that is the 10th fret. And we're going to be playing 10 on the A string, 10 on the D string. We're going to be muting the G string and playing 11 on the B string and 11 on the high E string. And that's a C minor 7 chord there. And we can do the same chord on the low E string by playing 3 on the low E string, 3 on the A string, 3 on the G string, and 4 on the B string. That's quite a nice sounding chord there. So that was our 3rd voicing. Our 4th voicing is a major 7 chord again. Now this is another drop 2 voicing, but instead of the 3rd on the bass, we're going to have the 5th in the bass now. This might be a voicing you're already familiar with, but it is a really great voicing. So we're going to find the 5th of C, because we're going to be playing a C major 7 chord, which is G, and we're going to find that on the D string, which is the 5th fret of the D string. We're going to bar the 4 strings at the 5th fret, and we're going to place our ring finger at the 7th fret of the high E string. This is the major 7 chord, and a really typical neo-soul thing to do is to hammer on that 7th fret from the 5th fret. Okay, very generic, but it sounds cool. Then if we want to find this same voicing with the bass on the A string, we have to play the 10th fret of the A string, the 10th fret of the D string, the 9th fret of the G string, and the 12th fret of the B string. Unfortunately, it's not really very doable doing that hammer on there in this voicing, so you won't be able to do that with this voicing, but it is useful if you're playing chords up in this area. Now for the C major 7 voicing, the same voicing on the low E string, we're going to play 3 on the low E string, 3 on the A string, 2 on the D string, and 4 on the G string. And that's how it sounds, quite nice. Our final voicing, I'm only going to show you one shape. What it is, it's a 6/9 chord. We're going to be playing it with the 3rd in the bass. So if we take a C 6/9 chord, the 3rd is going to be E. So we've got to find E on the D string, which we already established is the 2nd fret. And we are going to play 2nd fret on the D string, 2nd fret on the G string, 3rd fret on the B string, and 3rd fret on the high E string. So what you can do is actually, in the key of C, chords 4 and 5 are F and G, and you can slide between these. So if we do an F 6/9 and a G 6/9, we can slide between them. And then we can go back to E, back to C again. And I just think it sounds quite lovely. So definitely use that as well. Now all of these voicings that I've shown you are going to be in this following example. I've made sure I've used all 5 examples so that you can see it is very practical and you can actually use these voicings in your playing and your compositions. So have a listen and I'll chat to you in a second. So there you have it. It's very, very applicable. Make sure you go ahead and use these voicings. They're very useful. And also check out my series on drop voicings because you'll learn a ton more voicings. Do you want to see more videos on some cool neo-soul voicings? If you do, please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well so that you're notified every single time I release a new video. I have a Patreon, subscribe to my Patreon if you're getting a lot out of my videos. The support is greatly appreciated. And also if you're looking to create more interesting chord progressions, and I guess you are if you're looking at this video, then head to the description and for free, I've got the first 2 chapters available of my book, Chord Charisma. What that's going to show you is how to write a basic diatonic chord progression, but then it's going to show you how to add 7ths, 9ths, 11ths, and 13ths to those chords with all the chord shapes, and that will really spice your chord progressions up. So you've got nothing to lose by checking that out, and you're going to be writing really awesome chord progressions by just checking it out, and it's free. So definitely check it out, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one.